Hey, what's up, vinyl community? I know this is a little different. We're doing things a little differently now. You know what I mean? Dan's Vinyl Channel. How you guys doing? It's Dan hanging out with you. I wanted to play some music for this one. I don't have the microphone in front of me. I'm using my iPhone. And I just wanted to listen to some of this amazing Alan Parsons project while we're doing this. This is a band I don't see a lot of in the vinyl community. I know that some of you have some Alan Parsons project records. But this is their greatest hits. It's nothing special, as you can see. No big deal. No big whoop. But anyway, it's a pretty groovy sounding record. I dig it. A lot of my favorite singer from Alan Parsons' project is on this record. And that's a dude, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name right now. Lenny Zakatek. That's his name. Yes. Sorry, it took me a second to actually get that going on. So anyway, I'm going to make some adjustments here. So you guys bear with me as we try to do this. We're just going to go portrait style on this thing. How you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I wanted to do this one because I haven't been really involved in the VC lately. It's just been busy. It's been a crazy time of year. I work in education. I had a couple of business trips. I've had like homecoming and just a ton of things happening. And I saw that one of my friends in the vinyl community is having a contest, and that's Mr. Finglish over at Bad English Rex. And what can you say about Mr. Finglish other than the guy, he's incredibly mysterious. He's a mysterious individual. He's got a very interesting channel. So I'll link it below in the description. So you guys make sure you check out Mr. Finglish's you'll love his content. He's great. He's very mysterious. We see a lot of his hands in a lot of the videos. So yeah, very happy to do this for Mr. Finglish. So he's running a 200 subs competition, and I'm just going to check my little notes here on what the rules are. So I've got to get this done by, it looks like January 12th, or this is, okay, so this looks like January 12th, but it's actually 1/12/2019. So I'm assuming that is December 1st that we need to have this done by. So anyway, and he has some questions, and he's got a bonus question. So I wanted to do this. So this is for you, Mr. Finglish. All right, very interesting contest that you got going on here. Kind of a it's like you, Mr. Finglish. Incredibly different and incredibly unique contest, and I wanted to do this. So okay, let's take a look at here. Let me see. So the first question is a song or songs or albums about loneliness, and I just happened to have picked one up the other day that is perfect for this. But I want to start off by showing their debut album. They had two that I know of, full-length studio albums, and the band, and you guys will know this cover just as soon as you see it. The band is Joy Division, and this is their Unknown Pleasures album. Now, this album, this is not an original. This is the, I want to say a 2011, 2012 remaster of Joy Division's Simple Pleasures, or Unknown Pleasures, and this is a fantastic record. You guys, it's absolutely amazing. It's a masterpiece of an album, and it was released in 1979. And this is a very nice reissue. So if you're thinking about getting this reissue, it sounds great. It's got the nice textured cover, like the original. I've never seen an original Joy Division album until I saw one the other night. So, moving through this is very much an isolationist type record. If you're unfamiliar with Joy Division, then you might want to delve in. Isolation was kind of Ian's thing in Joy Division, and he's actually have a song on this album. If you want to talk about loneliness, on this album, Closer, that is called Isolation. So this is just a kind of a perfect album about loneliness. Isolation, it doesn't get much more lonely. Now, this is interesting. This is an original album. This is an original press of Closer by Joy Division. Now, not used to this perspective, guys. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. So this album, Closer, was released in, I think, 1980. Maybe it was 1979, 1980. And this is the second full-length studio album by Joy Division. And it's an excellent album. And what was cool about this is I got a really good price on it. It was $25. It's in very, very, very great condition. I would call this excellent. And the interesting thing about it is the cover is actually different. So we have a little bit of a mismatch here. The cover of Closer, this whole cover and this inner sleeve here, this is an American cover and an American inner sleeve. Now, inside was an actual German pressing of this album. So it's a little mismatched. I don't know if that had anything to do with the price being a little lower than usual. This was $25 that I paid for it. And for an original Joy Division record, I think I did quite well. I think you can find them online for, you might get lucky, find them around the same price, like on Discogs. I did some searching, but it's not quite as expensive as their first album, Unknown Pleasures. This is kind of an expensive one if you want to get an original pressing of it, or you might just get lucky someday and find it. I'm hoping the latter will happen to me. It would be nice to have their stuff on original pressings. I like the original pressings because, I don't know, I just like it. But anyway, so Loneliness, the Joy Division, that covers Loneliness right there. So Closer, the album, actually has a song on it called Isolation, which I would go ahead and say, yeah, it's about loneliness, obviously. All right, so, and then his other question was, like, if a baby was being born, what albums would you take? And this was interesting because I don't really have a lot of, like, you would think like classical music possibly, something along those lines, but I just kind of had to grab what I thought would be kind of appropriate for that. So I'm going into my wife's collection because I'm just going to use a little, I have to think outside the box here a little bit, kind of like Mr. Finglish. You're outside the box, and I say that in a very complimentary way. I love your stuff, man. So if you're a new parent, you're going to have a new perspective. Did you see that? Did you see how that worked? This is Donald Byrd and Band of Voices. And this is a jazz album. This is a Blue Note pressing of this, Van Gelder pressing from the 70s. And my wife recently picked this up for a song. I think she gave like $20 for it. Anyway, it's absolutely fantastic album. If you don't know who Donald Byrd is, make sure you check it out. And I think that this would be appropriate for a baby. Some Donald Byrd. You got to have a new perspective. So there you go. We picked that one up recently. And then if you go and you're going to have a baby, there's going to be a lot of crying involved. That's what children do. That's how they communicate. That's the only way they can communicate when they're just born. So White Lion, their Pride album, has a song on here called When the Children Cry. So when the children cry, you have to let them know we tried. Because when the children sing, a new world can begin. So I take this very seriously, folks. When the Children Cry by White Lion. So that's about as clever as I can get, and that's not saying much. So anyway, so then I thought, seriously, like, what would be some awesome music to play to calm everybody down, kind of get everybody easy, get a nice soothing voice going on here, and get some enjoyable music to listen to. It's a very stressful time. And to me, if I was having a baby, I would be wanting to listen to some David Sylvian. This is his Gone to Earth album that I've recently picked up, and I think I might have actually shown this in a recent video. Just a great album, great record. Kind of looks like a spaceman there if you turn it upside down, doesn't it? But anyway, David Sylvian's Gone to Earth. The dude, as one of the people I watch in the music community here on YouTube, Darren Locke, he says he's the most beautiful man in the world, David Sylvian. So yeah, Gone to Earth, fantastic record. It's a dual record. The first record is kind of this really like kind of cool, you know, cool little moderate tempo, you know, music, and then, you know, kind of in that Japan David Sylvian kind of way, and then it kind of breaks off and does its own thing, and some good stuff there. So you know, very calming music for the mother and the father to relax as they're welcoming new life into the world. And I hope, Mr. Finglish, that this was good enough for you. And bonus, tell you something about your channel. I can't really tell you anything about your channel other than you're incredibly unique. I love watching your channel. I work in voice, and you've got a great voice. And I didn't know that you were Finnish until just this video, and that totally makes sense. So, Finglish, Finnish, bad English. I understand what's going on here, but a very interesting accent that you have there, my friend. And so, anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Finglish, for an awesome channel. And you know what? I appreciate your channel. It's so unique, and I love seeing your handiwork. If you caught the pun there. Anyway, you guys, you take it easy. You guys keep digging them Rekkids, keep digging them CDs, keep digging whatever it is that you dig, and you guys have a beautiful rest of your weekend. And I wish peace to you all. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.